Celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life with Sterling Fox on AM 650.
BC is better on a boat. That is the mission statement for Boating BC, and two of its board of directors members are with us in studio here this evening on AM 650. Alan Stovell and Brendan Keys are with us, and Boating BC's website is boatingbc.ca, Alan, and that's something you're rather proud of. You've gone from being the Marine Trades Association to becoming Boating BC, which is a more BC boater-friendly approach to the rest of us. And it's working, isn't it?
It is working, and it really, we've re-identified ourselves, and sort of the name is now far more appropriate in describing what we actually do, as being a portal for information for the marine industry. But for anybody who's interested in anything regarding boating on this coast, or sorry, anywhere in BC, not just the coast, whether it's working in the business or whether it's information about buying a boat or a service for a boat or finding some accessory for it, finding a place to sell it, finding the best place to look for it, whatever. There's a tremendous amount of information on that website.
Right. And Brendan, in terms of learning, we were just kicking a few ideas around about learning for people who are first-timers. And a lot of boomers have been, sort of enviously looking at their peers for their whole lives going, geez, someday it'll be my turn. Yeah. Well, all of a sudden that someday is here. Yeah. And we're looking around going, well, let's go. So learning, and you're suggesting, one of the things you say is you don't have to rush out and buy a boat right now, tomorrow, just because you want to get into boating. Why don't you charter or rent or whatever, kick a few tires, so to speak, until you get a little comfortable with what might work for you.
It's also a great opportunity to figure out what direction you want to go. Do you want to, sail, power? There's always opportunities also for chartering, but also, for smaller boats, renting. There's some great locations down in the Granville Island area where you could, get out for an afternoon and rent a boat for a couple of hours and experience, the local coast and figure out, hey, is this something that we would want to do?
Right.
So it's, there's lots of opportunities here in BC to be able to do that.
Right. And, of course, you can always lean on your friends and mooch a ride
right.
every now and then. Alan, I'm sure more than once somebody's called you up and said, so what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, yeah.
You going out on the boat? Got any room?
People drop the hints. I know which of my friends are interested in being on the boat and which ones aren't. So
Right.
Yeah.
But again, in terms of exposing yourself to if you're mentally there,
right.
I'd love to do it. It's finally time, but I don't know how to begin. I don't know where to really get the ball rolling. Well, of course, the boat show is a great place to do that. Now, that would require waiting until January, but if you got that kind of patience, good for you. Okay. But between now and January, Alan, talk to us about some of the things you could do just to kind of, again, just dip that toe in the water in terms of experiences with boating possibilities.
Well, there are any number of things you can do. I mean, people kayak all year round. A lot of people kayak in the wintertime even. It's
sure.
Technical clothing that's available these days. You see people out. If you look at the down off Jericho Beach there where the Jericho Sailing Center is, there are people in the water there all year round.
And look at Falls Creek down by Science World.
That's right. And the sailing schools have lessons that go on all year round. There's winter sailing. A lot of the yacht clubs have actually winter racing programs. I know a couple of people that have got into boating that way, by crewing for a boat in the winter series. Sometimes I guess the boat owners find a little bit of a struggle getting crew when it's really cold outside. But one friend of mine, that's what he did. He started crewing on a boat at West Vancouver Yacht Club, started racing, got exposed to the water. Now he's got a young family. He bought a boat with another couple, small sailboat, very affordable. And all of a sudden, this guy's on the water. It just doesn't take that much. So you can really start it at any time.
Right.
But the boat show is a great place to research product. It's also one of the best places to buy a boat when you are ready to buy.
Well, I was just going to say, Brendan, that one of the things about the boat show that people really look forward to is, the boat show deals.
It's amazing. And that's the neat thing about the Vancouver Boat Show is if you're in 2015 and you're looking for the best price and you can get on a new current product, that is the place to go there. You can see everything under one roof. We have all products from small inflatables to large aluminums to sailboats, and of course with the floating show as well. So there's a great amount of information there, and in one day you can get a lot of information. You'll be overwhelmed, but it's pretty cool to kind of be able to leave there with all that information that you can digest.
Well, exactly, yeah. and take some time and go through it all.
It's 5 days, so you can have lots of time to kind of go back, and we see that many times where people come on Wednesday and then they'll come back on Thursday and Friday, and you can basically come 4 days and get lots of information, because of course this is a neat, you want to buy make sure you get the right product that you and it's a great opportunity to see it all under one roof. So it
Right.
does really work well.
And one thing we should re-emphasize again from both of you and from all of Boating BC, of course, is the essential now requirement of anyone operating any kind of watercraft in Canada to have an operator's certificate, Alan.
That's
and
right.
That's the law. There's no monkeying around with that stuff.
It is. But again, it's easy to get. So you can again go to the Boating BC website. You can find out the different venues where you can get that. As I said earlier, the Power Squadron is probably one of the best, but there are other opportunities. You can study it and do the test online, and then you're ready to go. Beyond then actually getting involved and getting some practice, but you're off and running at that point.
Right. And it's not complicated. It's very easy to get started. You could buy a boat today and have your operator's license tomorrow. So well,
that's true, and a lot of boat deals. Yeah. Well, if you go to buy a boat and you don't have all of these credentials, Brendan, the person from whom you buy the boat will put that together in the package.
They're going to get you started. They're going to basically kind of give you, if you're dealing with the right dealer, that's going to be able to help you to kind of first of all get you in a boat before you buy it and make sure that that's what you want to do.
Right.
And then also make sure that you leave there with all the right safety equipment, and also make sure that you go to the right resources to get the training, so that you're going to be a customer of theirs for life. So,
right.
And that's kind of the neat thing. When you go to the Boating BC website, you're going to find dealers in there that you can basically you can rely on, that's going to be able to get you set up and get you straight away and get you on the water.
The website is a terrific resource, friends. Check it out. It's boatingbc.ca. And our thanks this evening to Alan Stovell and Brendan Keys from Boating BC's Board of Directors and Western Marine Company and GA Checkpoint for providing us with a terrific hour. Gentlemen, thanks very much. A terrific conversation. Enjoyed it very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time right here on Boomer Life.